Hi there, Dr. Vicki Lemper here with the Shift Happens channel. Today, we're going to talk about fear and how much we can get super paralyzed by fear. And what is it and how do we overcome it? But before we do that, go ahead and like, share, and comment. That's how we build our community. This is if you enjoy learning how to manifest with ease, love, and fun, go ahead and follow me. And if you need help on that journey, go ahead and contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. All the information is below. Let's get into it. Fear. Think about, what is that? Who is that voice that is talking in your head? It's you, right? The same voice that is trying to empower you to say, yes, you can have and be and do all that you desire, is the same voice that is saying, careful, you've never done that. You didn't come from a family that always has money. It's all that doubt and that piece that says be careful. Where does that come from? It comes from the ego. The ego is necessary. It keeps you safe, especially way back when it was fight or flight. So it keeps you from, keeps you staying alive, basically, because there were a lot of dangers out there. And there's still dangers out there now. But here's the thing, when you are trying to go for the life that you desire, the job, the house, the car, just keep that in perspective as well, because those are things. And again, we often think having those things is going to make us feel better, but it always begins and ends with you. So if you feel like, gosh, if I just had that house, everything would be fine. I'd have people over, and there's plenty of room. I could do X, Y, and Z. Life is grand. And yes, that would be fun. And I'm not saying you can't have those, but keep it in perspective, because the minute you start going outwardly, then you're going to use the outward 3D for your feedback. And that's where that fear comes in. It's like, look, see, did you see your bank account? Do you think you can really afford that house? And so there goes that fear, and there goes that story of, see, just stay put. You're just fine right where you're at. That's for other people, right? And it brings up those limiting beliefs. So really, fear can if you use fear, you can actually, instead of running away from it, feel it, see it, be the observer, and then you realize, if you really dig deep, if it's kind of like really tugging at you, and you revisit this fear, maybe that same thought process, then dig into that thought process, that story, and you can find your limiting belief. Where did you find this? Where did you get this? And then just do the exact opposite. Accept yourself. Accept that thought process. That doesn't. When I say accept, it doesn't mean that you're like, yep, that's me, I'm always poor. No, what I'm saying is accept it. That's a thought. It came from the past, but I am a new person. And I am choosing to believe that I am a person that is abundant, that attracts wealth, that money comes and goes freely, and that I have a great relationship with money. You can decide right here and now. Or if that storyline still continues and you still feel that fear is the indicator that's, you got a belief that's going against who you are, right? The fear, whenever you're experiencing fear, you've got God, you're one with God, you've got a desire comes from God. You shouldn't even question that, no matter how big or strong or, oh my gosh, I've never come from a wealthy family, so why do you think that I can have money? No one in my family has done it, so how can little old me do it? That's a limiting belief. So when you start doing that, that's separate from God. When you have that desire for improved circumstances, that comes from God, right? That's not a bad thing. God doesn't view money as bad, right? We put those judgments on. God doesn't judge 1 ounce. We're the ones that put that judgment on. So if we have the power to put the judgment and label on it, why don't you put the label on that, yeah, money is my birthright. Money, I have clients coming to me all over the place. Money comes to me in different avenues. It's so much fun because it comes out of nowhere. And I just am receiving it because I'm in the receiving mode and I am having fun with it. You can absolutely change that story, but that fear is what holds us back. And so really it's just a limiting belief. And so you can either go ahead and accept it, realize it, and let it move through you. Or if it's a continual story that you're revisiting, dig a little deeper. And when I say dig deeper, there's a story there, but really dig into that emotion. What is it? Jealousy? Envy? Oh, look at all those people over there. They're just cocky and arrogant because they have all the money. You got a little anger, you got a little envy, and we need to take care of that. And again, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to okay, I got to get rid of this limiting belief and this limiting belief, and then the money will just come pouring in. No, it's a process, right? You can have the money come in right now. Say it, believe it, conviction. Accept yourself as that person, as part of God. God works through you as you. Man, the minute you accept that, things come to you. It's real. We complicate it so much. We think we have to do a lot of processes. You don't have to do one process. You can just accept yourself as that powerful being and know that it's coming. And you just go along for the ride, because you know, even during conflict, especially during conflict, because it's that conflict, that fear, well, that is showing you that you need to go back to self, develop your self-worth, your self-love, and decide who you are. That's your self-concept. Your identity is basically what self-concept is. Who are you going to be? Someone that is in the receiving mode and accepts all that money? Or are you the one that's like, I don't think I'm really worthy yet. I got to suffer a little bit more. What's my hair doing? And I get a little ADD. So anyway, the point is that fear holds us back. We all know that. How do we deal with it? We shine light on it. The minute you expose it, it doesn't have much life. So, accept it, see it run right through you. If it keeps coming up, dig a little deeper. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself for having that. And if you actually attach a story to, maybe your parents said, well, wealth is for other people. We're not that. Or maybe it's even from, growing up in a church that says, poverty is sacred. When you have money, right? It's probably just the church wanting to get your money. Anyway, the point is that that's my story. That's my belief. You don't have to take that. Money is there for everybody, right? And you have to tell a different story and accept it and believe it. And yeah, you can affirm. You can just, when that fear comes in, you could flip it and just go, you know what? I see you. I see you, fear. I see you. But I'm not going to accept this. That's not who I'm going to identify with. That was the old time. Now I'm moving on to something bigger and better. I am that person that has money just coming and going and flowing. And I have, every time I pay a bill, I know it's going to come back to me in 10 times as much, right? So that is my fear. We could talk about fear all over the place, and I probably will. Anyway, don't be afraid of fear. Face it. And when I say face it, look at it, say, hey, I see you, and now you just keep going out. I am a new version of myself. All right? I know this set well with people. Just go ahead and like, share, comment, and if you need help, go ahead and contact me at shifthappenslifecoaching@gmail.com. Until next time, bye-bye.